spine flexion PAILs only. We'll be doing this for some connective tissue architecture. So we're increasing the quality of your connective tissue. So I've got a strap here. I'm using a strap for this one. There's lots of different ways we can set it up if you don't have a strap. The stretch strap is really cool because I've got loops at the end, or handles at the end, and I've got loops all the way through this thing so I can adjust the usable length of it. If you don't have one of these, use a rope, like use a yoga strap. Like there's anything that you can sort of wrap around here and wrap around your feet is fine. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put these loops down my arm just above the elbows. Now I don't have to rely on my arm strength or anything like that, and I'm going to get in this position, and I want to get, to start with, I'm going to get my spine into flexion passively. So I'm going to get into a stretch here. So what I'm doing is I'm pushing down with obviously my feet, keeping my feet down. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to tilt. Notice I'm going to tilt my hips under, get a bit of a sort of a stretch going through the lumbar, right down to the sacral area, and then I'm just going to sort of pull back, which will pull me into a stretch. Think about the same thing you'd be doing if you were just standing there and you hold a pole and kind of lean back and you get that stretch that most of us know about. So anyway, we're going to get into this position. You're going to get into a stretch, and you're just going to hold that stretch. And this is it. This is your stretch. You're feeling that stretch. Now the reason I love this strap setup is that you have the ability to sort of target different parts of your spine as opposed to just your whole spine. So in your program, if we tell you target a specific spine part or segment, just think about all the little adjustments that you can make here. So if I try to keep my lower back straight and then let my upper back curl, so now I'm going to be feeling this mostly in my thoracic. Now if I don't really have to straighten my thoracic so much, but if I tilt the hips under as far as I can, pull my shoulders back, now I'm going to be feeling it in my lumbar. Now if I push my feet forward, tilt the hip, now I'm feeling it a little bit lower in my lumbar sacral area. So depending on what part of your spine that you're targeting, just play around with these little adjustments as well. But either way, what I want you to do is scan these different setups, find the position that you feel that you can just feel the lines of tension in the part or the segment of your spine that we're really trying to target, and just get into that position and then hold that stretch. Your program will tell you obviously how long to do it for, and then you'll usually be doing, if it's brand new, you might just be holding the stretch for a couple of minutes, but you'll usually be doing a PAILs contraction. So PAILs, once again, progressive angular isometric loading, the side of the spine getting bigger is the back, so I'm effectively trying to do that motion, but obviously the strap won't let me, so it's isometric. So I'll get into this position. Once again, scan, find the spot I want. I've got it. For me, that's in my lower lumbar. And now I'm going to use that section to try to come back up. Obviously, it's not happening. And you're just going to do this for the intensity that we tell you to do it. Might be 20%, might be 30, might be 70, might even be 100%, but probably not, unless you're special. So we're just doing it at that lower intensity, because for this exercise, we're usually just trying to build up a bit of capacity in the tissue to increase the quality of the tissue. For those kind of changes in the tissue, we're not doing 100% efforts. We're doing minimum 20%, but up to a maximum of 70 or 80% anyway. So you're just going to hold that for as long as you need, as long as the program says. If it says 2 minutes of accumulated work, all that means is if I do this for say 50% effort, and then I kind of fatigue after about 30 seconds, therefore I need to rest. So when I rest, I'm going to relax, but I'm going to stay in the stretch. That's 30 seconds worth of work. When I've recovered, I kind of go again, which might take 20 seconds, might take 30, I go again. If I can last 30 seconds then I relax, but I stay in the stretch. That's 1 minute. So you do that 4 times. So if you can hold the PAILs contraction for 2 minutes, do that. You probably won't. If you can hold it for 30 seconds at a time, then you're kind of doing 4 with rests in between. Hopefully that helps. Hopefully you understand all this, sorry. And if you don't, if you're not 100% sure, please obviously let us know, ask some questions. But realistically, what we're probably trying to do is target a specific part of your spine. Maybe not, it might just be general flexion. And then we're just putting a little bit of load on that for that duration of about 2 minutes to increase the quality of that connective tissue where we're targeting. But enjoy your new spine.